All right, let's get started. Let's get this party on the road. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the Infinite Freedom Wealth Talk. I'm glad to have you guys all here with us. Let me just see you guys light up the chat. Send me some fire signs because you're ready to get smarter and more empowered today. Make sure my mic is working. Make sure your microphone, your speakers are working as well. Fire signs in the chat. Let's go. There we go. I'm starting to see it. There we go. There we go. Fantastic. Well, happy Saturday. I hope it's beautiful wherever you are today on this beautiful Saturday. I'm glad you guys have joined us today to learn more about our service. And I couldn't be more thankful to share it with all of you guys today too. So let's get started. All right, so our company is called United Credit Education Services. We were founded in 2004, almost 20 years ago. A little background about the company. You can say that it's basically a financial literacy company, but we really focus on a credit restoration along with other financial services too. It's about becoming debt-free and financially free. And we've helped thousands of people across the country in doing that. So it's 2022, y'all, right? So let me see some twos in the chat. If you want to be financially free and debt free, let me see them. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Twos. Come on, light them up. Light them up. Light them up. There we go. There we go. Yes. That's what we want to see. Yeah. So while we're on the topic of twos, we've had the same two key executives in our company since the inception of the company, which is simply amazing. And you'll hardly see that in corporate America. And these same two key executives literally want to empower people. And why? Because we weren't taught about financial literacy in school. We were taught geometry, we were taught algebra, we were taught history, U.S. history, we were taught world history, English, all those things. And all those are great subjects, right? Because we're all using them in real life right now in our adulthood, right? That was sarcasm. No, but seriously, financial literacy is the foundation of everything that we do as an adult, how we manage our household, our finances, everything that we buy for our children and for ourselves and for our future. So it's really important that we have that education. And if your parents aren't familiar or financially literate, and you're a parent now and you're not financially illiterate, then this will continue on through generations. Now, I'll caveat that to say that it can gradually change throughout generations, because as opportunity presents itself through generations, it'll slowly change, right? But it doesn't have to be that gradual change. It doesn't have to be the slow evolution of financial literacy. It can happen in one generation. All you have to do is be empowered and be educated to become financially literate. And that is what we're trying to do. So the real question is, y'all, today, is that change going to start with you? That's what we really want to know. Let's get into some statistics here. The fact is that Americans are drowning in credit card debt as of March of 2019. $1 trillion in credit card debt. Let me give you some perspective here. This is the same exact amount that the U.S. government spent in Medicare and Social Security in the same year. That's a lot of money. And so this was COVID, so this was pre-COVID, so you can only imagine what it's like now, post-COVID, right? Or we're still kind of in the pandemic, but post, we'll say post, because we're getting through it. 43 million Americans have a credit score of 509 or less. What can you do with a 509 credit score? Not much, not too much. And let me give you this statistic. I was reading a recent article, if you're Black American, this article stated that 54% of Black Americans have a fair, poor, bad credit, or none at all. So you really want to have closer to a 700 credit score. And let me ask you this question. How many Americans do you think have less than a 700 credit score? 112 million people. Perspective, because I'm always going to give you perspective. That's a third of the population. The third of the US population has a 700 or less credit score. 46% of baby boomers have less than 10,000 saved for retirement. And that's a lot of people. And that just hurts my heart because that's a lot of people. That was your aunt. That's your mom. It could be your mom, your dad, that never got the debt-free financially freedom that they were looking for. And so sometimes that American dream can be misconstrued at times without literacy. But we can change the dynamic of your life and your children's life for generations to come. And this is really what we want to do. 46% of millennials have spent their money trying to keep up with the Joneses, drowning in debt. And this is also a generational curse. I've seen it in my family, spending money that we don't have, buying clothes and shoes to look good. You know, so this movement, infinity wealth movement, is about breaking generational curses, let me correct myself, building generational wealth, all right? And learning the right way to do it. So if you've had poor credit, you've probably suffered from anxiety and embarrassment, frustrated, scared, sometimes scared, if you'll admit that. It can also be confusing at times because it's hard to navigate the path on what to do next. All right, so not being able to purchase that home you want or that car you want. Sometimes even nowadays, having a low credit score or poor credit score, you can't get the job you want either. And that can be really embarrassing. But we're here to tell you that there's nothing to be ashamed of because there is light at the end of the tunnel. And on the other side of that coin, I just want you to know, we want you to know that bad credit happens to good people all the time. It's just the way that the system was made. So let's not talk about it. You know, I think oftentimes in families, family members don't talk about credit scores. They don't talk about financial stuff. They don't talk about what's happening to them financially, and they get backed into the corner and they start experiencing all those symptoms and they feel very alone and they don't feel like they have an outlet. But let's not do that. Let's normalize talking about this, having the dialogue like we're doing today, discussing and educating ourselves, talking to our friends about it, helping them build their wealth, helping yourself as well in the process, okay? Because good credit will make your life a little easier, a lot easier. You can buy the house you want. You can get a new car. You can get the low interest rate on that house and on that new car, as well as on credit cards. You can get a higher limit on your credit card as well for that spending limit, which is great. You can get contracts without a higher security deposit, right? So let's talk about this so that we can move toward getting good credit, because unfortunately, there are some people that go through life that hasn't had the opportunity to speak about it. They haven't had someone that was educated enough to share that knowledge with them. They don't have parents who were financially literate, and good credit is important. So let's drop some gems today. We're going to talk to you about how your credit score is calculated. Okay, so credit is super simple. You're going to hear us say that a couple of times. It's super simple. We're going to remove all the negative items off your credit report and build it with positive items. So as far as building your credit score, 35% is made up of your payment history. This is making your payments on time. It is so essential. You can have years of perfect payment history and you miss one or two payments and your score can drop 50 to 100 points easy, 150 points easy. Okay, 30% of your credit scores is calculated by your utilization, your credit line, right? So you want to keep your utilization to about 30%. You want to do that, 30% of your credit line, but ideally you want to keep it between 5 and 10%. Okay. Then we've got the length of credit, which is 15% of your credit score. It's how long have those trade lines been open, those credit lines been open, okay? So that's important. And I think oftentimes people use their credit cards and they max it out and then they'll try to close their account. You don't want to do that. That's not maximizing the line that you have. You want to just pay that down, because that length is going to get you some time, a good amount of percentage. Because if you take how much your credit line plus the length of the time that it was open, that's 45% of your score right there. And then you add in the payment history, that's 80% of your score just on that. Now, the last 20% is comprised of 10 of that is comprised of credit inquiries on your report. You want to keep those at a minimum, okay? You don't want to have a lot of inquiries on your report over the course of 12 to 18 months. And then the types of credits is the last 10%. That's like, do you have an installment loan? Do you have a revolving account? An installment loan would be like a car loan, a student loan, something that has a term date. And then a credit card, a revolving account would be like a credit card, right? So something you pay on a monthly amount as well. I want to tell you a little bit more about credit inquiries though, right? Sometimes I think this is misconstrued, and it's an opportunity for,
yeah, don't say you ain't gonna give it.
It's an opportunity for the lenders to see how well they can trust you, right? Because this will foster that trust and relationship with you. See if they can approve you for that higher limit, okay? Making sure that you're not high risk and you're not going out there just trying to get a lot of open lines of credit. Because let's just be serious. Are we fully trusting Sally, Larry, Tom, and Pam? If you know they're going out with a different person each day of the week, or are we going to be a little bit more cautious? And that's how the banks and the lenders are looking at you, okay? The employers will do the same thing, right? So if you apply for a job, you've had short employment history time after time after time, they're going to look at you in the same way, right? Like, this person can't be trusted to stay for the duration. And that's how they're building trust with you, or looking at you as a consumer to see if they can trust you. All right. So I digressed a little bit. The point is you want to have a good mix of credit. You want to make your payments on time. You want to have that type of, you want to have positive trade lines. You want to use less than 30% of your credit lines. You want to have a long extended payment history, and we're going to have answers for all of this for you. Okay. So like I said, credit is super simple. We're going to remove the negative items and help you build with positive items. And this is how you'll maximize your score. There's only one way to remove negative items in America. And you have to be mindful that the collection agencies do not work for the government. They are for-profit agencies. TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, they're just here for profit, okay? And they used to do malicious things. And so now Congress has passed a law, and it's called the Fair Credit Reporting Act. And there are different sections within this act that basically allows us to dispute the negative items and get it removed off on your behalf, okay? It doesn't matter what it is. It can be a bankruptcy, repossession, lien, student loan, whatever it is, we will dispute it. So type in the chat if you've ever had a negative item on your report. I know I have. Type what it was. Tell me what it was. Was it a student loan? Is it a medical bill? Is it a late payment? Let's see it. Let's be vulnerable. Let's be vulnerable about it. Let's not talk about it. Be honest. Be honest with me. Thank you. Thank you for being vulnerable. Thank you for being honest there. Appreciate that. All right. So there's only one way that you can get them removed, and that's processing a legal dispute letter that our credit attorneys will prepare for you. That'll take about 2 to 3 days. And once you receive those letters, you will send that in with your identification and social security card to prove that it's you, and it will be signed and sent through certified or priority mail to the credit agency. And by law, they have 30 to 40 days to respond and come up with a resolution. In most cases, it could happen within the first round of disputes, but be mindful, it can take up to 3 rounds of disputes, okay? I'd like to share some testimonials with you because we're so confident in our services. We also will provide you a satisfaction money back guarantee. These are some testimonials from our Lift Off Credit Facebook group. If you're not a member, please go to that Facebook group. It's called Lift Off Credit. Request to join, we'll add you in there, and you can just see all the amazing testimonials that we have. But I'll share a couple with you now, okay? So Sharonda on the left, came to us with a 450 credit score. She had a whole bankruptcy on her credit. We sent one round of dispute letters. Not only did the bankruptcy come off, but 6 other additional negative items came off. So her credit went from a 450 to 627. Huge, one round. Miss Anna in the middle here had a lot of medical collections on her credit report. One round of dispute letters, and they all fell off. They fell out too, but they fell off as well. And the one on the right, it's really a touching story. She was a single mom, and I can relate because I'm an independent mom as well. She had 3 children. She was living in a small apartment, renting. Her family has been renting for generations. And she came to us with a 450 credit score, and 4.5 months later, she was up to a 760. 4.5 months later, 450 to 760. And guess what, y'all? She went and bought that house that she wanted for her children and has that house for them, literally changing the dynamic of her life, showing her children that it is possible, okay? And that's really a touching story. And just that, working in this business, just that alone is so meaningful, and you can't put a price tag on that. And just in case you guys were wondering, we do have permission to use their testimonies and their names for the ones that have included it here, okay? All right. So credit is simple. You're understanding the credit restoration process. It's simple. Removing the negative items. Our attorneys are going to help us process those legal documents for you on your behalf to wipe out all the derogatories. But now you need to build it with positive trade lines. And so our company will offer you opportunities to do that. Like with our secured credit card, it's basically a prepaid credit card that you'll put money on, but just like a credit card, you only want to use 30% of that line. You want to make your payments on time, because then that will give you some positive results on your credit score. All right. We also have something that we have added to our service, and it is actually quite amazing because there's not anything like it ever. One of the largest bills a consumer has is mortgage or rent. And if you have rent, you don't get any credit for it, right? And you're paying your rent on time, every month on time. So we have found a solve for that with our Credit My Rent program. You can report up to 2 years of payment history for your rent. It's amazing. That alone can increase your score at a minimum 50 points to 100 points, okay, just by using these services. So again, building positive trade lines to maximize your score. At our company, we are committed to helping individuals build, organize, and protect their financial future, and that includes your children and your children's children. Remember, I mentioned we do have a satisfaction money-back guarantee. So if you've been with us for at least 4 months and you are not satisfied, you will get your money back no matter what. I've told you a lot about the credit restoration, taking off the negative items, building it with the positive items. Now I'm going to share a host of other services we provide with our membership, okay? So not only are we going to take those off, replace them with positive ones, but we also offering a budgeting app. And let me tell you, budgeting is a skill. It is an exercise skill. And you have to exercise that skill to make it become a habit. And then a habit becomes an instinct, okay? But you have to practice. It takes a lot of practice. I'm still practicing to make it become an automatic instinct, but you want to just keep at it. Exercise, skill, exercise, habit, instinct, okay? And keep practicing at it. But we do offer a budgeting platform within our app. Of course, I told you about the credit restoration. We have access to legal documents that at your disposal after 3 months of being with us. We do also offer you a credit monitoring service, which is you will be the expert of your credit score, okay? So you will be able to see everything that is coming off or being added on in real time, no problem. The financial lockbox, I love this service. And I'll tell you why, because 10 years ago, I was on a plane traveling for work, and I thought to myself, at the time I didn't have any children, and I thought to myself, what would happen if something happened to me while I was on the plane? and I actually had this idea of something similar to this. I needed someone to know where my accounts were, right? Where my life insurance was, where my investment accounts were. And if something happened to me, no one would know that. They would probably just go into the state and be held for years and years to come until someone discovers it. But with our financial lockbox, in the case of emergency, it will designate all your accounts and passwords to a designated person. All right, so that's amazing. Then you'll get identity monitoring, and we've partnered with Allstate to give you $1 million of identity theft coverage, which is huge. Okay, you'll have access to build a will and trust. I can't tell you how many times someone has died and family members are fighting over the items. Why? We're in 2022. We don't have to do that anymore, right? We don't have to do that. We can plan all this out so our families can be safe. Our families can just celebrate as we pass on, or as our family members pass on, and just remember them and remember this experience in a great positive reflection, that we can just honor our ancestor wishes rather than fighting amongst each other and creating unity in the family. So we'll give you access to create that will and trust. We also have YSL Family Mint, which is an opportunity to teach your children about financial literacy, which is on the app. All of this is on our app with cutting edge technology. We have a travel club where you can get discount on airfares and hotels. Okay, so we just have a lot of value of what's going on with this. As I mentioned, cutting edge technology, all in the palm of your hands from your phone. Or you can get on the website as well. It's in our app. We have a roadmap that gives you step-by-step instructions on what to do when and how to add our services and when to do it. We're also here to help you, but there's also an opportunity to do that, the roadmap to help you along the path. We offer youth financial literacy scholarships to 5th to 9th graders. Last year, which is not on here in 2021, we gave away $600,000. In total, we donated over $1 million to children, to teaching them about financial literacy, giving them something that we didn't have, right? We weren't taught this. A lot of us were not taught this, and they are the future. So we want to be able to build that future generation up. Now, we're going to make a better way for ourselves and for our family. We're going to take off the negative items of our credit report. We're going to build our credit score up, right? We're going to dispute thousands of dollars worth of debt, give you credit monitoring, identity monitoring as well, the will and trust access, and a whole lot of other services. Plus, you'll have one-to-one support. We have a call center that will help you as well, that can help you at any time, all for the price of $89 a month for the first 3 months. Can't beat that with any of our competitors. There is no contract. You can cancel anytime you like. We do recommend for your best investment, you stay at least a minimum of 3 to 6 months. And that is really just to maximize the credit dispute process. You want to, if you're going to invest, we want you to maximize that, right? After 3 months, the membership drops down to $69 and will be $69 up until month 12. After that, it'll drop down to $49. And you're probably like, well, why do I need to stay on with you after 6 months or after 6 months or after 12 months? Just the credit monitoring itself and the identity monitoring is worth the $49. I think each of those, just the credit monitoring can be upwards of $20 to $30 alone, but you're paying $49 for that, plus the will and trust, plus you've got the budgeting app on there, and you'll want to stick with that. I previously had another budgeting app, and it cost me $20 a month just to use that, right? And then you'll know where all your money is going. You'll be able to put money aside for vacations. You'll be able to put money aside for your investment accounts, your insurance, your life insurance, things of that nature. You'll be so smart about your finances, and this is what we want you to do. Okay, to get started today, y'all, that's a one-time activation fee of $99. So that's a total of $188 to get you started. You sign up, we'll get the credit attorneys working on your behalf as soon as possible and get started on your report. Now, some of you might say that $188 is too much, and that's okay. We're here to help you. We're not here to help you become more into a tighter financial situation. So if 188 is too much, we'll find ways to assist you. Like if you refer five clients to us to our platform, you'll get your services for free. As we mentioned earlier, a third of the US population need our services. So we know that there's opportunity out there. And I think that is my time. I hope you've enjoyed our presentation, my presentation about our services. We're here to help you guys. Again, thank you from the bottom of my heart for hearing me. I hope you're inspired and empowered, especially to make a change in your life and your other's life. Now, if you'll allow, I'd like to introduce Arkayla Best. Arkayla Best is a senior field trainer in our company. She was recently promoted to senior field trainer, actually. She's on fire. She's doing great things. And I'm happy to introduce her to the presentation.
Hi everybody, and oh my God, thank you. I just want to give it back to Lillian on just that, but phenomenal, the phenomenal information you've provided, to us. And you're an amazing woman. You're doing big things within this organization, and I truly just appreciate you. Hi everybody. I'm glad that we were able to get you on here today, and I'm just going to kind of tell you a little bit about myself. I am a senior field trainer, soon to be sales director. I'm so super excited. And I mean, it's been a blessing just being a part of this wonderful organization. When I first started, I started wanting to be a customer. I actually had spoken to my regional sales director, my mentor, Daniel Leon, and I confided in him about a lot of things. I told him, hey, I tarnished my credit. And, he became a good friend. And I told him, hey, I'm going through a divorce. I need to do something where I'm stable. And, he looked me in my eyes. He's like, Arkayla, you need to just come on board with me. You're an entrepreneur. You know how to do this. You can do it. And, I took a leap of faith with him. I trusted him. And I'm going to be honest, ever since I joined this organization, it's not only changed my mindset, it's put me in a position to where I have more time with my two girls, because I mean, let's be honest, kids don't spell love L-O-V-E, they spell it T-I-M-E. And, being able to do that for them, and not only that, just being able to be financially independent. I was dealing with someone who would look me in my face and say, hey, you need me. And, when you're with somebody for 5 years and that's the love of your life, that's not something you want to hear. But I mean, I could either stay and deal with it, or I can tell myself, you know what, I need to show my girls that, hey, you don't need anyone to take care of you. You can do it. You just got to stay headstrong, and you got to believe in yourself, because let me tell you, nobody will probably believe in you, but you got to be you got to be your cheerleader. Let's just say that. And once I started realizing it and being a part of this organization, my mentors, they just feed it to me. They encourage me so much. And I'm raising two girls. I want them to know, hey, mommy can do it just like you. You're going to be able to do it. You don't have to depend on anybody. And I mean, that's what I'm wanting to bring to this organization. I'm wanting to be an advocate for women and saying, hey, just hold my hand. I'll lead the way. I can't make you drink. I can lead you to the river, but I can't make you drink it. But I guarantee if you trust me, we can get through this, and I can lead you to the path of just becoming financially independent. And if you have girls, I mean, being able to be, their role model and showing them, hey, this is how you can do it. Us women can do anything we set our mind to. But with that being said, thank you guys so much. I definitely want to just introduce somebody. He's he's my mentor. Ever since I joined this organization, he's one of those people that's in my ear, like, hey, Arkayla, you got to do this. I mean, he was speaking sales director when I was a field trainer. I mean, look, by tonight, I'm getting promoted. Let's just say that. And with further ado, I'd like to introduce you guys Mr. Darryl Callum. Okay, he's the vice president of this organization. And as I said, to know him, I mean, he's amazing. So, Mr. Darryl, are you on the line?
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Absolutely. I definitely want to give it back over to Miss Arkayla, and Miss Lillian did such a phenomenal job breaking down those services. Guys, type of one in the chat if you got any value from what Lillian went over with you guys. Miss Arkayla, that was a touching story. Newly promoted sales director. She came in here focused. You know, she's a full-time mother. She's been in transition, moving across the country, and she still found time to boss up and do phenomenal things in this platform. Came a top producer. Definitely want to give it back to those phenomenal women. Type WW in the chat for wealthy women. They left me the easy part, guys. All I get to do is break down the money. We're gonna help make 2022 the best financial year of you guys' life. So type more money in the chat if you want to make more money this year than you did last year. See, just a little bit about myself, so we're not unfamiliar with each other. Prior, before joining this platform, guys, I had no financial literacy or any knowledge of credit restoration, anything of that nature. I was simply just a nightclub promoter on Las Vegas Boulevard. I did that close to 5 years, you know, and it was a fun time. I met people from around the world, made decent income. But once 2020 came, it shut everything down, shut the clubs down, shut the strip down. Guys, that shut my money down, right? I had no money coming in, no unemployment. I had to relocate back home to Arkansas, and it was a rough period of time. To be transparent, I didn't know what I was going to do. I had 2 daughters to feed. It was rough, and luckily enough, I came across this platform on social media on how I could potentially get my credit score increased for free and earn additional income. And at this point, I was desperate. I really couldn't be too picky, you know, no college degrees, anything of that nature, guys. I took a shot at this thing. Within 4 months, my credit went from 505 to 742. Guys, within 10 months of joining this platform, I hit vice president, making over 6 figures a year. So I'm truly thankful and blessed to be a part of this platform, not only for, you know, what it done to myself and the life it's afforded me, but what it done for my daughters, because everything I do, I dedicate my life to building generational wealth for them. You know, that's why I go so hard. And not only what I'm able to do for them financially, it's you know, I got my time freedom back. As Mr. Arkayla mentioned, you know, I'm a girl's dad, and you know, I had good money in the nightclub industry, but I missed out on a lot of memories and experiences and different things of that nature. So it's a blessing to be able to have my daughters and be able to travel and work from home and spend unlimited amount of time with them. And, you know, to be honest with you, I would have took a pay cut to be able to have that, you know, so that's priceless to me in a sense, you know. So type of one in the chat if you'd like to spend more time with your family. I strongly believe that family is our strongest asset. All right, that's what we want to invest more into than anything else. So why would this business work for you? So Lillian did such a phenomenal job breaking down our award-winning protection plan, guys, literally changing thousands of lives across the country. You know, it's 112 million people that need the services that we have. You guys may be thinking, well, I don't know how to fix credit. Perfect. I didn't either, guys. The company does the work for you. See, this is a way for you to have your own credit restoration franchise business in a box. All right. You get to work from absolutely anywhere in the world. You got all the tools you need to be successful. The company does the work for you. And you work your own hours, right? It's flexible. You get to work sometime, full-time, part-time, from absolutely anywhere in the world. All right. We got all the tools and resources, trainings, everything you need to be successful. And you get to work around a positive group of spirited, like-minded individuals. You know, type of one in the chat if you ever had a boss or coworker you wasn't so fond of. Guys, to be honest with you, what I like best about this platform, I've never been in conjunction with such phenomenal people that pour into you, value into your life in a positive way that don't even benefit from it. So that's amazing. And we simply get paid to help people. You know, the more you help people, the more you benefit by default with the platform that we have. And let's speak on this, guys. You know, I feel like everyone on this call, I don't know everyone individually, but I would say that, you know, people come from different backgrounds, personalities, demographics, different career choices. So we're all different, but I feel like it's one thing that connects us, and that's that we all just want to be free, right? Type freedom in the chat if you guys want to be free. Well, what does freedom look like in America, guys? Let's be real. Like, this is a capitalistic society. If you want to be free, you have to be financially free, right? Well, there's only 2 ways to earn finances in America. You're either going to work for someone else's business, trading your time for money, or you're going to have a means of residual income and have your own business. All right. And I literally never seen a vehicle to financial freedom like this platform here. So you guys want to get your notes ready, because what I'm about to break down is literally, you know, going to be some valuable information where you can make 2022 the best financial year of your life. So as Ms. Lillian mentioned, guys, it's 112 million Americans with less than a perfect credit score. That's a third of the country, basically an unlimited amount of people, right? We have the best price in the industry, you know, so they get started for a low price of 188. Most people charge thousands of dollars, right? And they only go after one item at a time. We're more efficient because we distribute every single negative item from the initial start with all 3 collection agencies, right? So we're going to show you how to go out there and get clients, guys. And every time a client signs up and the company does the work, the company is going to pay you $100 per client. And we get paid every single Thursday. I haven't missed a paycheck yet since I joined, guys. But that's the upfront commission. You also make $12 residually every time a customer makes a monthly payment. See, one of my mentors always tell me, like, Darryl, if you don't find a way to make money while you're sleeping, you pretty much gonna work until you die. And you guys, get your notes ready, because we get paid additional residual income as well. That's literally life changing. All right. So you can also build a team. All right. You basically have your own credit restoration brokerage platform where you can empower other people. A lot of people was in the same position I was in prior before getting started. You know, they were negatively impacted financially due to COVID. So we can help people earn additional income for themselves and their families, anywhere between $100 and $560, simply for exposing this business to someone. If it makes sense to them, they want to, you know, make extra money on the side, part-time, full-time, what have you. You're going to make anywhere between $100 and $560, upwards of $460 every time your business partner signs up a business partner, and you get override residuals off your whole organization. Guys, this platform can get very, very lucrative. Not only that, as you start helping people and you're building a bigger business, you can start earning a monthly bonus check simply for sustaining the title, guys. Miss Arkayla came in a short period of time. She's hitting sales director tonight. That's a $50 bonus check simply for sustaining that title, right? I remember on the Las Vegas Boulevard, they used to give us like a $50 gift card every Christmas, and I used to cherish that. It was free gas, food. Well, for hitting sales director in a short period of time, guys, she gets that every 30 days. You know, it took me 10 months, put my head down, went to work. I seen that the services work, right? Obviously, we help people get approved for new cars and homes. I seen that the comp plan worked. The money was going to my banking account and my team account as well. So the services worked, the comp plan worked. Nothing else was left to do but go to work. So I worked this business head down consistently with, you know, a passion, strong desire to empower as many people as possible. I went vice president within my first 10 months, guys. That's a $1,500 monthly bonus residual check that we call the infinity bonus. I get that $1,500 every 30 days for sustaining the title of vice president. That's not including the customers I'm bringing in, the customers that's paying on a monthly basis, the $500 per new business partner, the $400 for the business partner to business, the override residuals. That $1,500 is coming in automatically for sustaining the title. Guys, it goes all the way down to the pinnacle level where the company will literally pay you $300,000 a month for sustaining that title. Guys, type more money in the chat if you want to make more money this year than you did last year. As you start helping people empower the community, right? Not only can you earn expensive jackets, luggages, you know, expensive watches, guys, you go out there and help enough people, the company's going to pay you a $600 monthly car allowance. This is the car of your choosing, levels 2 and 3, guys. You got a 10,000 cash bonus, a $1,500 car allowance upgrade. Level 4, you get a $25,000 cash bonus. And, you know, to be transparent, when I first seen these incentives, I thought I probably had to sign up 1 million people to take me 30 years. Like, yeah, right. But I was mistaken, because my first 10 months in business, not only did I hit vice president, guys, I also hit level 1 of the R&R club. The company literally pays me $600 a month on a brand new Mercedes. Mind you, that Mercedes car note, because I got excellent credit, is under $300 a month. My insurance is only $150. Credit is determines your insurance as well. That's $450. You know what the other $150 goes? That's cash in my banking account, guys. I feel like we're getting a step closer to the financial freedom that we're searching for. Level 5, you get a $50,000 cash bonus with an automobile upgrade. This is basically your dream car, whatever it may be, G-Wagon, Lamborghini. Type your dream car in the chat. Rolls Royce, Bentley, Ferrari, whatever. Type your dream car in the chat, all right? Level 6, you get a $5,000 monthly house payment allowance. And I don't know about which state, city you guys live in. Here in Arkansas, I can go buy 3 mortgages. I can build a castle from the ground up, right? Now we're all in agreement that we're searching for financial freedom. I mean, what's stopping people from becoming financially free? It's debt. Americans are drowning in debt, right? Well, what does debt look like? Debt comes in the form of bills. And what's the 2 biggest bills that most people have? Most people are going to say it's their car note and their house. Guys, if the company is paying for your dream car, they're paying for your dream mansion, I would say you're a step closer to financial freedom, right? Not only that, guys, this whole business is willable to your children. And that's when I was sold out, all right? Found out that level 7 through 10, you get a monthly retirement bonus anywhere between $25,000 and $250,000. And Lord behold, anything happen to you, you can pass all these residuals down to your children. So when I first seen this platform, I had to really ask the gentleman. I had to look him in his eye, and I had to, I just need to know if it will really be worth it. If everything you're telling me is going to be true, because, considering the fact I know people that work 30, 40 years, multiple jobs, and they never got the financial freedom that I'm searching for. So if everything you're telling me is true, I feel like it'll be worth, considering the fact I don't have any college degrees, for me to put in 20, 30 years to become financially free, right? Considering the fact most people I know never become financially free. Guys, after joining this platform, my mind was blown. I discovered that it's not taking people 20, 30 years to accomplish these goals. This young gentleman, you can look him up for yourself. He goes by the name of Alfred Nixon. He done it in 5 years. He's already completed level 7. So the dream car we were speaking about, well, his was a Rolls Royce. The mansion we were speaking about, he has a mansion built from the ground up in Beverly Hills, paid for by the company. His wife, she has the car allowance as well. She has a Range Rover, guys. He's literally 29 years old, $0 in debt, making over $300,000 a month. I would say he's financially free. Now, when I first heard Alfred's story, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I felt like there's no way that's possible, right? There's no way that's possible. He had to come from a rich family of influence, celebrity, something of that nature. I start researching him. As in research, I mean scrolling his social media account. I start scrolling, and I found this picture, right? And I discovered he actually didn't come from a rich family of influence. I don't know if you guys are familiar with government housing. Where I come from, we call that the projects, all right? Alfred was literally living in a 2-bedroom with 8 people in it, picking up trash offside the road. Guys, last year he retired his parents simply because it's so many people that need the help that we have, and we have a turnkey business for you to be successful. You join this platform, you really want to thank the person who invited you on this call, guys, because not only you're going to get the same back office Alfred got, you get the same marketing materials Alfred got, you get paid every single week. You got a whole call center that works on your behalf. You get tax advantages from having your own at-home business. Go off and try to make $100,000 as a W-2 employee. How much are you going to walk away with? Possibly 70, 75. Guys, with tax write-offs, you can walk away with the entire $100,000. We're going to make 2022 the best year of your life, guys. Supportive community, simply getting paid to help people. What we do is super, super simple. We got a whole app that streamlines the process, cutting edge technology. These are some of our top leaders. You guys may have seen them around. Miss Nicola Smith Jackson, right? She has a whole women empowerment movement called the Pink Millionaire Tribe, okay? She does a daily podcast where she pours motivation and inspiration into young women. And she's such a phenomenal leader, just serving, has a heart of gold, guys. And a lot of women don't understand that, hey, 82% of women in America that make over $100,000 a year, they do it from an at-home business. So I always like to tell my sisters, like, hey, even if you don't partner up with our particular platform, you may want to take a look at something similar to this if you're serious about obtaining the financial freedom you say you're interested in, right? But I also like to tell them, those other companies, they're cool. You got good products that a person may want, diet supplements and lotions, potions. Guys, I'm pretty sure we all know credit is something that you need, especially if you want to build generational wealth, right? We got Mr. Ashton Henry. Pretty sure you guys seen him around on the Steve Harvey show. Him and Steve Harvey, they're really close friends. They speak. He's on there speaking about credit, helping out the audience, answering questions, different things like that. Guys, he's not fixing anyone's credit. He's referring people over to the services Ms. Lillian did such a phenomenal job breaking down. He's one of our top leaders within our platform. You got a lot of celebrities. This business was a no-brainer for, Mr. Teddy Riley. He's a Grammy Award winning producer. He's seen the vision. He wanted another stream of residual income, Ms. Yandy Smith, you guys may have heard of her from the Love and Hip Hop show. She wanted a way to empower the young women that follow her. So that's her and Mr. Ashton Henry hanging out. She's been able to do some phenomenal things within our platform. And it's just a blessing, to have great leaders a part of our platform that can really change the dynamic of the future, and really help the next generations become financially literate. This is me actually hanging out with Ashton Henry and Alfred Nixon as well. We got a chance to speak 3 months ago out there in Las Vegas. And man, these guys are literally some of the most humblest, down to earth, man, phenomenal gentlemen I've ever met in my life. See, it's one thing to be in pursuit of financial freedom. It's another thing to actually obtain financial freedom. Most of us think that, hey, when we get millions of dollars coming in on a passive basis, what would your life look like? You probably retire and be on the beach every day, sipping on daiquiris or something, right? Well, these gentlemen still work this business passionately and diligently and consistently. And that was literally mind-blowing to me. And I asked both of them, like, how did you guys, they can retire, right? They're making millions of dollars a year automatically. They don't have to do anything else. And they both pretty much gave me the same answer verbatim separately on how, it's not really even about the money anymore. It's more so about impact over income. These gentlemen feel as though they were literally put on this earth by God to help as many people as possible become debt-free and financially free. So I say all that to say, guys, the reason I was able to come in and do such phenomenal things, Lillian is doing phenomenal. Arkayla came straight in, climbing up the ranks, building a super big business. Guys, we literally getting trained by multi-millionaires on a consistent basis for free for being a partner of this platform. So you definitely want to thank the person who invited you on this call, because they put you in the position to make 2022 the best financial year of your life. I mean, when you come on as a partner, not only do you get those life-changing services, we're going to remove thousands of dollars worth of debt, help you build up with positive trade lines. Guys, you get identity monitoring through Allstate Insurance. That's $1 million in identity theft protection. And you get a will and trust to protect your family's legacy. Plus, you get the same website, business back office with unlimited income potential as these multimillionaires have, guys. It's a $299 investment. One-time investment, you got a whole business in a box with unlimited income potential. It's normally $89 a month moving forward because the company wants you to be a product of the product, obviously. But remember those 112 million Americans that desperately need this help. The 100% of people that would love to make additional income for themselves and their family, we're going to help you go out there and get 5 people. And not only do you make $500, you make your money back plus profit. Guys, you now have a debt-free business. I've started many businesses before that failed. That cost me thousands of dollars just to start. That's not even to mention to keep it afloat on a monthly basis. You're going to pay hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. Guys, Ashton took $299 to the Steve Harvey show. Alfred took $299 from the projects to a mansion in Beverly Hills. I took $299 from 0 to 100 my first year. So you definitely have to ask yourself, are you ready to go? We're going to shoot you over the link. You get your website activated, guys. Pour into you. We're going to rock this thing nonstop till we go to the top. All right. Going to make 2022 the best financial year of your life. You're serious about financial freedom, or are you B? I mean, you're ready to go. You just have a few questions. We definitely want to get all those questions answered for you. Or you C, you just want to enjoy the services at this time, and that's fine. But I always like to end off with the fact that the secret of getting ahead is getting started. Right? I don't remember 2021. It went by like that. What is the next 2 to 5 years? The next 20, 30, our kids are going to get older. And if we do what we always done, we'll get what we always got. So that's my time. Thank you guys for showing up on a Saturday afternoon. definitely get back with the person that invited you on the call, and I'll see every single last one of you guys at the top.